Long ago, or earlier this year, I believe that the fighting game for Avatar The Last Airbender was cancelled. But now, it has been brought back. And not only that, we now have multiple trailers going on for it. What is going on, guys? I grew up freaking with Avatar The Last Airbender. Not only did we get Avatar The Last Airbender for White Shorts, not only are we getting it now for Magic the Gathering, and we're getting an Avatar The Last Airbender freaking fighting game for real. It was brought back after being canceled, and now we're on our way to getting our hands on the game for a first test, the game coming out in 2026. So ahead of that, I figured, hey, why not check out all the trailers and gameplay that they have shown for us so far, talk about it, and then of course fanboy quite a bit about what character I'm going to be playing, because unfortunately it's probably not going to be my favorite character of the show. My favorite character was Zuko, but Aang looks kind of cool. And again, so does Korra. Anyways, let's get into, of course, the official announcement trailer first. Avatar Legends: The Fighting Game. I thought we weren't going to get I thought when this game was canceled late last year, earlier this year, I thought we weren't going to get it. And they described this game to be very movement heavy, which they were not kidding. Coming summer of next year, and of course, they showed off what characters we're going to have, or at least of what they've announced so far, which is Toph, Sokka, Azula, Katara, along of course with Aang, Zuko, and Korra. Zuko donning the blue spirit and his swords, Aang Avatar state. Yeah, summer of 2026. They had announced that we were going to get an Avatar fighting game, and then we don't hear it out of for a while, and then straight up said, nope, we're canceled. I completely missed when it happened, but sometime this year it was picked up and revived by another company, which we now have what we're looking at today. So now let's check out the official controls.
Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is a 4-button fighter, with each button completely unique in its own purpose. Each of the buttons will do something different whether you're standing, crouching, or in the air.
So usual fighting game stuff.
The A button is usually your quickest attack, easily countering slower ones. The B button tends to be slightly
light, medium, heavy, of course.
Range. The C button is your heavy attack that will do massive damage.
Interesting that it's going by the ABC schematic, but
all incoming attacks. The flow button with directional inputs provides unique movement options that can be used for evasion, counterattacks, and more. For Aang, his flow moves represent his ability to weave and maneuver in a variety of ways on the ground and in the air. Knowing when and where
simple
to use
inputs.
each of these moves is the key to victory. As Aang once said, the past can be a great teacher. Sign up for the closed alpha test now.
Yeah, so everything's pretty much going to be going through the last option, which is that flow button.
And the flow button by itself goes into the flow stance, which automatically guards all incoming attacks.
So the flow button seems to be a parry as well as simple input specials all rolled into one.
The flow button with directional inputs provides unique movement options that can be used for evasion, counterattacks, and more.
Neutral dodges incoming attacks, and then directional one gives each character their unique specials.
In a variety of ways on the ground and in the air. Knowing when and where to use each of these moves is the key to victory. As Aang once said, the past can be a great teacher. Sign up for the closed alpha test now, and don't forget to wishlist Avatar Legends, the fighting game, on Steam.
The game looks so good. It's probably closer to a Nen Impact than it is for something like a Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example. But the way the characters move, though, and the abilities they're using does look very Avatar. And the main thing, though, to go along with of course the whole four button style, of course, light, medium, heavy, and flow, is support characters. So initially, when I heard support characters, I thought that it was going to be a Mortal Kombat 1 style fighting game where it's 1v1, but you have assists. Turns out it's actually Mortal Kombat X.
Avatar Legends, the fighting game, allows you to choose one of 3 unique support characters for each main character. Each support character provides unique advantages and playstyles for their character. Let's take a look at what Aang's supports are capable of. Gyatso enables Aang's air scooter with more mobility by enabling a controllable ball of air going forward and backwards with the ability to pass through opponents. With Momo,
there's going to be some dirty ass mix that Aang's going to be able to do with either of those, with either Momo or Monk Gyatso.
Lastly, Appa provides Aang the ability to
but
use any normal attack button. Experiment with all the support characters to find your fighting styles then. You want to see more? Sign up for the closed alpha test now.
Jesus Christ.
And don't forget to wishlist Avatar Legends, the fighting game, on Steam.
So Aang basically has a omnidirectional air dash pretty much when paired together with Momo.
To find your fighting style.
The faster air scooter and the better controlled air scooter is going to lead to some stupid left rights, and then when paired with Monk Gyatso, you just straight up have special cancels into cancels. This jumping gust of air seems to be an overhead, and depending on what character your support is, seems to be in the background. So in the case of Aang, there we saw Momo attached to his glider, but behind Zuko here we got Mei. So safe to assume that means Mei is going to be one of Zuko's support characters. Which begs the question, who's going to be everyone's support characters? I'm going to assume Iroh is going to be in the game, or I'd be kind of disappointed if he wasn't. He's kind of, the GOAT. I don't know if they've said for sure if a character is going to be listed as a support character, they won't be an actual fighter in the game. So, but if that ends up being the case, then that would mean no Mei as an actual fighter in them. But it's definitely interesting though, seeing another game pull out a Mortal Kombat X style of gameplay, in the sense that each character has basically 3 different variants attached to them. And then possibly depending on the situation, the opponent, what character they're playing, potentially just what's strongest. Different ones might end up being better in specific situations. Like I said with Aang's, if the character is very grounded, maybe having Momo attached in order to be able to stay in the air longer and more consistently, be able to move quicker. The opponent is very slow. Perhaps Monk Gyatso is going to be better. Be able to constantly move faster with the air scooter. I don't know. It's very interesting. This style or this format, and it's going to be interesting to see what each character has and what specifically each one is going to do. And if any of them are going to be, and based on the ones we've seen for Aang, odds are they're going to be pretty good. Because honestly, all three of Aang seems pretty damn good. Since the air scooter seems like it's going to be crazy for left-right mix-ups. Momo giving him basically a omnidirectional air dash. If all of them have supports that have abilities as crazy as that, it's going to be some pretty wild gameplay, especially paired together with the crazy movement that's attached to each of these characters. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, we are indeed getting an alpha test. Fingers crossed I get it. I really hope I get it. And of course, a lot more gameplay. We saw Appa in the background over there, showing that that's the chosen support for the Aang there. Zuko's got Mei. And I mentioned earlier about not being as big a fan of Korra, but in this game she looks really good. She looks really cool. Zuko's my favorite character, but honestly, both Aang and Korra I think are probably the two that I like the most. It is funny seeing Zuko playing a game of dive kick. Ouch. And of course the 4 characters for the alpha are going to be Aang, Korra, Zuko, and Katara. Odds are I'm probably going to end up spending most of my time on Aang because I do seem to have an affinity for playing wind-based characters. I'm really excited for this one. I really am. If you couldn't tell. But let me know what you guys think of it. Are you guys excited for this game? Do you guys think it's just going to be another net impact and it's just going to be, game comes out, it'll probably be a Discord fighter within a few days? Or do you guys think this one actually, this could possibly be the next Dragon Ball Fighters? Okay, I'm not gonna go that far. But no, we know what you guys think. Hope you guys have a good one. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.